up guys, JaretCampisi, welcome back to the channel. Today we have another exciting video. I'm going to be showing you the least expensive modification to save the most amount of weight on your motorcycle. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, we have arrived at Santa Barbara Ducati. Finally got my car washed, so I figured I'd show you guys. Ain't she purdy? The black with the blue accents, so good. Don't worry, that's not a trunk line, it's just because I have it open. Got to get my backpack with my stuff. And today we're going to be filming with the V2, so let's get started. Alright, so as I mentioned, back with the V2 today, this beauty looking gorgeous. Today we're going to be doing a couple mods. Number one, we're swapping out the race seat for the performance seat because, I'm sorry, for the comfort seat. The race seat and the performance seat are the same thing. So this one right here is great for track use, not great for road use. So we're gonna swap that bad boy out. We will hang on to the other one too if the new owner wants that one. To do the new comfort seat, we're gonna add the heat shield kit to the bottom of that one as well, because it comes with just the basic, obviously the bottom. This is Panigale Spacers heat shield kit. I will put their information in the description below. If you use code Campisi, you can save 15%, I believe, on anything you order from them. We're also going to be doing Radiator Guards, very, very important. These are from Moto Million. Again, discount code Campisi saves you money on those, and always link in the description below. But the belle of the ball for today is the Lithium Ion Battery. So as you saw by the title of the video, I said the cheapest way to save the most amount of weight on your motorcycle is actually a lithium ion battery. I went through all the different parts on my own and tallied up the cost. For example, the weight savings versus cost on the Acura exhaust is about $325 per pound. Whereas a battery, this one right here is about 150 bucks, and it saves 6 to 7 pounds. You're looking at 20 to 25 dollars per pound of weight savings. So if your bike comes with a standard battery, a lead acid battery, you can save up to 6, 7, 8, even 9 pounds depending on how big your battery is with a lithium ion battery. Cool thing about these anti-gravity batteries, they actually have a button on the top of them so that if your bike dies, they always have one start left. You just press that button, it'll always give you one more start to get you home or wherever you need to go. So that's what we're going to be using today. This isn't our battery, but this is a battery from a V2, and I just wanted to show you guys the difference. So this is a lead acid battery. This is, obviously you can't tell because I'm picking them up, but another thing Preston mentioned is the cranking. What is this one, 110? Yeah. So 110 cranking amps. Cold cranking amps. This one is smaller, obviously it still has more, 150 cold cranking amps. The other cool thing about this, you don't have to hook these up to tenders because this will last in your bike. Just if you left it off for a year, it'll still start up after a year. Whereas these can go dead in a few months. So, in a few weeks even, yeah. So think about how freaking cool is that. Yeah, there's the restart button I was talking to you about. No matter what, there's always one restart in the bike if you ever die and you need to get to where you want to go. Although you're gonna have to take the whole fairing off in this case, but it's still there if you need it. But think about that, guys. That's insane. And if you don't ride your bike within a year to get this thing to recharge, then you don't deserve to have the bike. All right, so Corey's in the middle of a Desmo service, so we're gonna leave him alone right now. That's an intense service. I'm gonna actually do the heat shield kit on the seat, and then John's gonna give me a hand. I believe the battery's on this side, left-hand side, I think? Yeah, I think it's right here. Yeah, so John's gonna take off this fairing and get to the battery, and in the meantime, I'll do the heat shield kit, and then we'll do the radiator guards after that. All right, so John was helping with this first piece here. This is probably the most complicated one because you just gotta get it under this, under this tab here. You gotta get it around a lot of stuff. You wanna kinda get it in place before you set it down. Make sure you clean off your surface as well before you put these on, but this is pretty straightforward. So, you know, if Jaret Bear's doing it, it's not that hard. All right, so we got the comfort seat all sorted, heat shielded, which makes a massive difference. If you guys didn't see my first ride when I took out the bike with the full Acura exhaust and the Panagoli Spacers heat shield kit, made a massive difference, about half as much. Did you ride it too? You rode it, right? Yeah. Did you notice there was less heat? You can still feel it.
Yeah. Whenever anything gets heat soaked,
yes,
but it offsets that time.
Right. So it at least keeps it away from your legs and your ass. It's about half as much, I thought. Yeah. You know, from the old or from the right. Yeah, definitely. And wait until you ride this one because you rode it with the with the performance seat. Yeah, with the wooden block.
Now we got our little stipple.
Yeah, I love the. Is this suede or is it Alcantara? Do we know? Alcantara. Yeah, that looks really sick. So okay, go ahead and throw that puppy on there. And actually, I love how it looks too. I'm excited. I'll have to take it around the block here at the end of this episode and let you guys know what I think of it too. All right, so actually I'm just gonna hop on this right now because I wanna see how it feels. Oh, it's so different. It's so much better. So it still has the same shape as the race seat, but now it has some give, so it feels really good. And then it's still flat, so you're not racking your balls against the tank. Yeah, it feels a lot better. Okay, cool. Here, this is, Preston knows everything about parts, so we figured we let him sit his beautiful ass on there. What do you think?
It's really good.
Doesn't it feel good?
I'm surprised.
It feels better than that performance seat that you thought you loved so much.
I still love it.
Okay, whatever. All right, so left side coming off. This is the side with the battery, and actually we decided, well, John decided, we might as well just take the both panels off because it's gonna make it a lot easier to get the radiator guards in there, and then we won't scratch anything.
So you can get to the radiator guards.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about bending your fins on the radiator.
Yeah, smart. We don't want to bend those. All right, battery coming out, and then we can put this puppy on the scale and find out how much weight we're gonna save.
Lots.
I would make a guess, but I might already know.
Lots.
All right, we got it on the scale, and we're sitting at over 5.5 pounds. We'll call it 5.5 and some change. So we go from this guy. That is heavy as shit, guys. Not joking around here. Now we lightly press him on. Let's see what we're at. 1.5. So 4 pounds and some change of weight savings with just a battery. How crazy is that? And you got your restart anytime you need it. All right, so John's doing some work here. As you can see, the battery is much smaller than the other one.
A little bit wider as well.
We don't want it sliding around in there. So
We're gonna cut some foam that they provide with most of these batteries.
Yep.
And take up the space and vibration and make it nice and snug as possible.
and tidy. We're gonna put them to bed nice and tidy.
Nice and tidy. Tuck that anti-gravity.
And for all the YouTube trolls out there who say we're adding more weight than we're saving, literally didn't change it at all. As you were. All right, so we got the battery in there. I know it looks like it went to dark and it took forever. I actually ran out and got pizza for the boys and everyone. So what did you do exactly here, John?
The battery was a little bit small and the connectors were a little bit more inbound than on the stock. So we had to turn things and also make sure they stayed in their housing back here.
Oh, right.
And push it back in and just kind of just get it
Took
lined
some finagling.
up. Took some finagling, yeah. You want to make sure it's in there as sturdy as possible.
I told Preston to get me the smallest, lightest one possible. So this isn't necessarily for this bike, but we made it work. So yeah, just be aware of that. Whenever you, if you want to get a lithium battery yourself, I would recommend going to the websites and typing in your bike and make and model, and they'll give you one that actually fits your bike. But here on the Campisi Customs channel, we just make it work. So next thing we're doing is moving over to the radiator guards. John's already kind of test fitting stuff and getting stuff in there, and it looks like these actually will work. And then actually the one last thing we're going to do, he's testing them right now, is we'll just bend these. These are little aluminum clips. You can just bend it and press it all the way back in there so it looks nice and neat. Also, I went to our local pizza joint here, one of my favorite spots, called Taffy's Pizza. Look at that. Did you guys see this? Have you guys had Taffy's yet?
No.
Dude, look at this shit. Pepperoni and onion on that one, and then just an all cheese. So we're feeding the crew here at Ducati Santa Barbara.
Onion belongs on pizza.
Also, I may or may not have put in a pre-order for a motorcycle today. Stay tuned for that. All right, so we got the bottom one on, as you saw before. We got the top one on. Corey did have a badass headlamp on, but its batteries just died. It just slides up in there. There's two screws that attaches it right here. We're putting some Loctite on it.
Loctite everything.
Want to Loctite everything. And
except for your bearing bolts.
Yeah, don't Loctite bearing bolts.
You don't like those guys.
And that should be it. Once he gets those bolts in there, then we can put the fairings back on and take a look at it. All right, so we're after hours here at the shop. This is Preston's bike. What year is this?
08.
08. And it is a
Motor 1100.
1100, that's what I was looking for. Okay, and then, oh, a little clear clutch action going on there. Look at that. You just put an exhaust on it. Sorry, dry clutch, that's what I meant. Wait, is this, what exhaust is this?
SC Project.
SC Project, yeah, I thought so. Carbon can, look at that. Just a slip-on, huh?
Yeah, slip on and decat.
And decat, nice, dude. Let's here, start up of this bad boy. What the fuck was that? What the hell? Okay then.
SC Project.
That might be the loudest exhaust I've ever heard. Holy shit, Preston. You're gonna get pulled over as soon as you leave the shop. He's gonna be arrested tomorrow. Okay, so you can see that they're on, they look perfect. And one of the reasons I was telling the guys why I like these so much is because they're very light. And you know me, I don't like adding weight to the bike. Those look perfect. Thank you very much, Manny from Moto Million. Use my code Campisi. Save yourself some money. Fairings going back on.
It's after hours, guys.
It's after hours. All right, fairings going back on. Corey is now helping us. He finished that crazy job he was working on earlier. Look at that snap-on freaking headlamp he's got going, guys. Anyone who thinks Corey's not legit, show me your snap-on headlamp that you use.
And your man.
Yeah, oh, by the way, people were asking how much this was. That tool kit right there, $100,000. Actually, not even including the tools, just for the case itself. How crazy is that shit? Anyway, we're in good hands. All right, folks. So, the bike is back together. We put a light on it, took some awesome photos. If you want to see those photos, well, you saw one on the thumbnail. If you want to see a bunch of the other ones, you go to my Instagram, just at JaretCampisi. And again, this video was all about, well, I mean about the parts we put on it, but also the battery in general. That is the cheapest way to save the most amount of weight on any motorcycle. So if you don't have a lithium ion battery, I highly suggest you check one out. And again, you can get all of these parts through Manny at Moto Million. The seat actually got through here, Ducati Santa Barbara. And then, of course, the heat shielding kit that we put on the bottom of that seat was Panigale spacers. Well, I'll put links to everything in the description below. Don't forget, you can sign up to win this bike, guys. Patreon.com/Campisi Customs. That's how we're able to give these beautiful motorcycles away. And we got lots more to come. The wheels have just arrived, the magnesium wheels. Oh man, I cannot wait. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and we'll see you all in the next video.